From time to time, we've all seen those white Walton County animal control trucks rolling the streets of Monroe and Walton County. They do a lot more than just chase stray dogs or cats. Yes, they have an abundance of animals that need to be adopted desperately. I dropped in today to speak with them. One of the questions I wanted to know is, what's the strangest animal you've ever encountered while working with animal control?
Well, primarily we deal with the dogs and the cats. But when there's some strange critter out there and people don't know who else to call, they're calling us. We've had everything from emus to peacocks to the other day a boa constrictor right here in downtown Monroe, about a 5-foot boa constrictor. Every once in a while you just get the odd things here and there. This time of year we start getting a lot of calls for snakes inside people's houses or under houses, things like that. They're starting to come out as it gets warm. So a lot of the just different animals, but yeah, every once in a while in the last 20 years something strange will pop up. When I worked in Athens, it was probably a 12-foot Burmese python straddled across the road, and so just odd things like that from time to time.
You know, and there's always a lot of discussion about pit bulls and about their demeanor toward people. What in animal control, do you see a lot of problems with that breed?
You know, I always say it's ignorant to say there's not problems with the breed, but it's also ignorant to say there's a problem with every pit bull. I think they're, personality-wise, all dogs, all breeds have negatives, all breeds have positives. So can't really, don't really want to pinpoint one breed over another as having a problem with it. In fact, the Georgia state law, the dangerous dog law, and the vicious dog law, they don't pinpoint a breed. It's basically what an individual dog does, and it's based on a bite and the severity of the bite. So I don't really like to get into saying one breed is nicer than another or meaner than another. It all comes down to an individual dog. But yeah, again, with the pit bulls, there are problems, primarily aggression towards other animals, but I've owned and know people who own some really, really great pit bulls.
In Walton County, what's the biggest animal problem?
Well, the simplest problem is untagged dogs and cats. You can go to a kiosk at Walmart, it's probably $5 to $10 to get an ID tag. If you put that on the dog's collar and an officer gets called out, picks it up, the dog's probably coming right home. Doesn't have to come through the shelter. So this little $5, $10 tag keeps a dog from out of the shelter, keeps other, running out of space, having to put down other dogs, keeps your dog from getting picked up and taken somewhere else and not returned home. So it's amazing how many dogs come in and there's no collar, no tag, no chip, nothing on them. So, there's a lot of other issues, but that one simple thing, a simple ID tag, would just save a whole lot of trouble.